Well, hi everybody again. This is the first day of the new series, the January series, and then basically we head straight to the budget year. So again, from that perspective, it actually is very interesting. Now, how's the trade setup looking like? Firstly, again, basically there was a mild sell-off in the last hour of trade yesterday, and that was all basically expiry-related adjustment. So I believe those losses are going to be recouped. Basically, Nifty is going to cover all of those losses basically, and is going to start trading about 10,500. Now, for me, the range basically has expanded 10,000 to 11,000. But again, that basically symbolic for the first day. There will be switch of open interest positions, but the writing is on the wall. The rollovers are higher than the last 6 month average for both Nifty and Bank Nifty, and those are positive rollovers, which means that we are looking at higher levels with a strong intent here. 10,550 is the next resistance, and once you cross that level, you actually start looking at 10,800 and 11,000. So perhaps I think 550 is the first frontier. I think we should be crossed, I think, very soon. Usually for the NAV adjustment purpose, once you actually cross that, then I think the first few days are interesting, and a bit of caution basically for the first few days of January always. So I think you have to watch out for, once actually we return from in the new year, how the markets basically are trading in terms of volume participation here. So for a month it's looking positive. For a month basically it's looking positive rollovers, positive sort of higher levels movement here, trajectory here. But I think for the first few days, just watch out. If basically the enough volumes are supporting the up move, then perhaps we could actually see an early up move here. From the perspective of FIs, what FIs are doing, they've started in terms of the net long position just similar to the last 2 months here, so no change, no concern. In terms of Nifty open interest positions, again, basically this time we are seeing higher open interest start here versus December series, but in line with what we started with in November, almost 2.2 crores here. So again, that's looking good to me. Number two, basically, which sectors actually are you should be watching out in terms of rollovers. And if I'm just looking at my data here, data is telling me that fertilizer almost 560 basis point higher rollovers, a lot of long rollovers in the fertilizer and the agrochemical space. So stock like UPL, again, basically you have to watch out for that. And more stocks in that space, again, basically are going to be buzzing like always ahead of the budget here. Number two would be again logistic and textile and pharma. Again, those again sectors are seeing good long rollovers from the textile pack stocks like Raymond, again Century Textiles, and I think it's a matter of time for Arvind also, but in particular Century Textiles and Raymond saw very high strong positive rollovers here. Another stock coming basically from the pharma, again 250 basis point higher long rollovers, and I won't be surprised if the mid-cap pharma continues its rally which we have seen over the last few sessions. So again, another pocket which should be outperforming the January month here. Beverages, again, basically whether it's United Spirits or the other beverages, or basically the pharma pack like HUL, Dabur. I think Dabur in particular seeing very strong long rollovers. So I think those should be outperforming the way actually is looking like. But beverages in particular, mild degree of positive long rollers here. The heavy long rollers are logistic number one, number two fertilizer, number three textile, and then pharma. So again, these four basically are looking very good here. Sectors where you should be underweight, or the traders are being underweight, are actually oil marketing companies. Again, those are very short rollovers in fact. Building material again, and then broking financial pack, in particular M&M Finance and Shriram Transport Finance. So there is some concern out there. So I think just be cautious about that. About stocks again, Raymond, Century Textiles I just named, and then basically we're talking about the Century Textiles, and then also JSW Steel, a very high long rollovers here, and Dabur also again very high long rollovers. So these stocks should be outperforming the near term here. And then Jain Irrigation, another 410 basis points higher rollovers in the last 6 month average, another stock where you should be really focused on. The stock has been rallying, so any sort of pullback I think is a good opportunity to go long here. MRF, IDFC, all very good strong long rollovers. Now in particular for today, trading perspective, bullish positions are being created in stocks like DLF, Nalco, UPL, Escorts, Page Industries. All again basically are seeing good sort of bullish positions, good sort of breakouts again there on the charts here. So I think that's the trade setup. I think it's looking good. So have a profitable day, have a good trading strategy in place. Take care.